Hi, I'm Bernie, Chairman of the BC Paraplegic Foundation. Hope you've had a really wonderful day and that your golf was the best you ever had. I'm pleased to be here to welcome you to the annual Doug Mowat Memorial Golf Tournament. Doug Mowat was a dear friend. We both joined the same gyro club 100 years ago, not quite 100 years ago. And that's where our relationship started. Doug had a lot of humor in him, and it came out in many, many ways. And Doug needed a lot of help because he was a quadriplegic. My favorite Doug memory is, regretfully, dumping him out of his chair on a slight incline in Toronto. There were a number of girls around at this particular meeting, and Doug, when I went to pick him up, which was a big chore, said to leave him, that he'll be looked after. And all the girls flocked to him and helped him back on his chair, which was my favorite memory. Doug's attitude, his positive attitude, his approach to getting things done and to seeing that people participated and achieved their objectives made a tremendous impact on all those around him. He was an amazing individual. This golf tournament is about remembering Doug, remembering his contributions, his desire to have people participate and to support his association. And he founded it.
The Doug Mowat Memorial Golf Tournament's a very unique tournament in that people get to play the wonderful Point Grey Golf and Country Club course while also raising really important funds for British Columbians with spinal cord injury. If you don't have a spinal cord injury, it's incredibly hard to appreciate the challenges that people face. Which is why our peer support services are so important. We help people throughout the province of BC, so we have peer coordinators in almost every region of the province.
Spinal Cord Injury BC is about making long-lasting connections with other people that understand what you're going through.
I think especially like in the beginning years after an accident, this community is huge because these are the people that show you how to do everything.
The best part is just getting to meet a whole bunch of people that are in the same situation as I am.
You learn from other people and you can take little parts from everybody else and absorb them into your own life.
And I know you go through rehab to learn these things, but living it is so much different than going through rehab, and learning from the pros, the people that actually do it every day, is pretty cool.
I got involved in Spinal Cord Injury BC because when I had my accident, it was the peers with Spinal Cord Injury BC that really made a difference in my life. I needed to reach out to someone else with a spinal cord injury. I needed to ask them all of the questions that I had about my new way of life, and I didn't want to ask an able-bodied person.
We provide some really unique experiences for people with spinal cord injury who may not have realized that they could do the types of things that they're actually capable of doing. So whether we're taking somebody out bungee jumping or jumping out of an airplane with a parachute, or even just going hand cycling or sailing with the Disabled Sailing Association, we're opening up a whole new world of possibility for people with spinal cord injuries.
This gentleman came and asked me if I would go for a little ride, right? And I told him I was a bit leery about heights, and I think he completely ignored me. And I agreed to go, and we went up the side of a mountain. And it was really exciting. I didn't regret it at all. The last time I went up a mountain was 35 years ago, before I got hurt.
I think it's really about people having a life, because a spinal cord injury doesn't mean you can't have a quality of life. A spinal cord injury means that you can have a quality of life. You just have to know how.
Some of the changes that we've seen in the peers since they joined the program is just a real level of confidence, just being a little bit more brave to try things.
Before I met this group, I'd stay home a lot. I would just be a homebody.
I was angry and I really kept to myself and stayed at home a lot. And, coming out to these groups and coming out to these events have really opened me up to life in a wheelchair and made me have a better life. Just more confidence getting out and more confidence in my abilities to interact with people.
We get so much feedback in so many different forms relating to the impact that we have in their lives. And it's not just people with spinal cord injury, it's their family, it's their coworkers, their networks of support that all benefit from our services. I think it's really hard for people to really understand the full impact of the support that they provide.
These people, they're amazing. I mean, they're just, wow.
And I mean, I'm not always the first person at this sort of event, and I'm just so happy I did come because it's been completely fantastic.
Since I met these people, my whole life is a whole new world.
Doug would have been proud of the golf tournament, of you as golfers being here to support the organization, and he'd be standing up and saying to you, thanks, thank you, thank you. Remember then that the auction items are worth what you can afford to pay to help us provide the vital information and peer support to people with spinal cord injuries. So just keep it in mind when you're bidding. Think about it and put another $500 on it. If Doug were here, he'd be running the auction from his chair. And he'd be shouting at everybody to raise the bid. So, and that is for sure. We really appreciate you being here. We hope you've had a wonderful day. And we're looking forward now to next year. We're hoping you're going to come back to us.